Tradition TV LLC.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Fall Radio with Outdoors Dan. Yes, it's really me. Brought to you in part by our good friends out at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage. Andrew and I are riding the mighty Imperial RV live stream. He's got his new camera hooked up, and we're live. I am sicker than a dog. I've been sick since Wednesday, but I had to get in here and at least try to do the first hour because we haven't been on in so long. We had one week they had a mishap with the card system, so they didn't play the show. And then last week we had a best of for the rut. So had to get in here and do a little how you doing, what's going on, and tell you about some stuff. Talk a little Iowa deer movement, and I want to try and make it through the first hour, folks. I'm hurting, so I hope you're doing well. We're going to have Jim Coffey on with the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. We're going to talk a little about where the rut's at, what the deer movement's like, and you can pop a question on the Iowa Imperial RV live stream, or you can just text me and we'll get your question out there. I want to thank the fine folks at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle.
Could be nothing. Could be my kids.
It's a great place to take your stuff if you need a place to store your boat, your camper, your trailer. You get a $60 a month spot if you pay for free for a year. You get a 12 by 50 assigned deal.
We got
secure gates 24/7, security cameras, discounts for multiple spots. Just fill out an application and pick your spot. Give Tracy, Dick, or Danielle a call at 515-822-1362. Andrew's manning the boards. How you been? It feels like I ain't been on in a month.
Yeah, it's been gotta get that on. Yeah, it's been interesting, and of course now we get into the whole season of being sick.
Yeah, I have not. I don't think I was sick last year.
I noticed that. Yeah, now that you bring that up.
Yeah. Hey, Brent.
You're like an Iron Man across last year. I don't know. I remember getting sick.
Yeah, you got sick a couple times, but you work with all the kids, so you're around all them germs all day. I don't know how I got sick. I ain't been around anybody. I've been sitting in a tree stand or ground blind. I don't get it. But I started getting sick. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Tony. I started feeling bad Tuesday, and I've been in bed since Wednesday.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Tried to get up a couple times, and I just got worse. And so we're going to make it an hour today, and then we'll do Andrew's going to take care of me on the second hour. And then, God willing, we'll be back to a full show next week. But I had to get on here today and do a little show since we haven't been on. I feel bad about that. Sorry, folks. And just trying to get TV shows done, and it's been slow. So, speaking of slow, let's go talk to a guy that's never slow. He's on the money, Mr. Jim Coffey at the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Hey, Jimbo.
Good morning.
How are you?
I've never been called fast in my life.
Really?
I'm a pretty slow, easygoing guy.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, you're always quick with the answers when I call you.
I appreciate that part, but I've been measured next to fence posts many times in my life.
Yeah, well, there you go. Boy, this has been a weird rut, buddy. I've seen deer, but I've seen one buck I probably would have shot, but I can't get on him. He keeps going around. I watch him make his scrapes, and there's nowhere for me to set up on him to try to film. And
good pattern.
Yeah, I mean, I got him figured out. I just can't get on him. If I go try to throw a ground blind up where he's going to pick it up. And the wind swirl right there is so bad. I even with my ozonics, I just don't want to chance it. So
I think, yeah, that's kind of the issue this fall in general. It's just been an odd fall. I mean, we're talking 60 degrees a day, and corn came out early. Lots of southern winds all the time. Just not a typical, Iowa fall.
Yeah. Good morning, Larry. Good luck with you and your grandson. Yeah, I mean, one day it's 22 degrees. We had 22 degrees for 2 days. It was cold. And then it got to 75 degrees. I mean, it's ridiculous.
You get 12 hours northwest wind, and then you get 2 days of southeast wind, and it's just hard to, a lot of people don't have that many multiple stands to work the different wind conditions. And like you said, you're trying to pattern a deer that, he doesn't know how things are going to be the next 12 hours either.
Yeah. I tried to go out Friday, but I was coughing so bad. It's like, I ain't going out there. They're going to hear me.
Right.
Yeah.
There's been a fair bit of that going around with everybody too.
Yeah. Hi, morning fishing, Dave. Good morning, Dale. Yeah, really weird rut cycle, and I've only seen a couple of deer. I told everybody I was going to hunt for Dave this year since I lost my buddy Dave Jones, and I wanted to take something special, and that's okay. That's a choice I made, and there's been a couple deer I could have shot, but they weren't what I was really looking for, so I let them walk, and it's tough when you're sitting out there for every day and for 10 hours or 12 hours. And then when you don't see anything, boy, it really gets frustrating.
It is. And I think, the part that I would give you the encouragement there, and obviously you kind of got a special hunt going this year too, is sometimes that little bit of faith that's with us is we're supposed to be out there.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be easy, and we get frustrated, and we know that when we work for something, it's a little sweeter. Sometimes we see things that we wouldn't have seen if we would have shot that deer and not been in the stand, and you just get to observe and enjoy nature that much more. So look at the positive side of it too. Is you've got beautiful days. You can sit for 10 hours and not freeze to death, and there's still lots of activity going on out there. You just get to sit and enjoy it, and maybe not quite the same type of hunt that we're really trying to do.
First time in a hunting in Iowa, I saw a mountain lion this last week.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
It's been a popular topic this fall.
Yeah, I was sitting in a ground blind on the north fence, and I can see that whole bottom field really well. And I saw something moving in the corn, cut corn, and I got my binos up, and it's like, is that a yote? And I looked up. I said, that's not a yote. And I kept looking and going, I'll be damned, that's a lion. And that's the first time in 24 years I've seen one in hunting in Iowa.
It might be the last one in 24 years too. They're not common, but they have been being seen. So we certainly appreciate a location information on that too, because we do try to track that, and we appreciate people's trail cams that we can verify and help just kind of keep understanding of what's happening with that mountain lion population in the Midwest.
Yeah, he's following the river.
That's pretty common. Yeah.
Yeah, he was following the river. He cut in that cornfield, and then he cut back and went back to the river. But yeah, pretty exciting. I saw a couple yotes. And the one thing that's made me happy, I've been seeing a lot of turkeys. And me walking in, I found turkey feathers, and it makes me happy when I see the turkey feather walking in, where they're pulling their feathers out or grooming or whatever you call it. Preening,
yeah. And then just the normal molt goes on. They lose some feathers during the dusting process, and feathers come out, for a reason. So
yeah,
it is always fun to see them. It's just, again, that another observation that there's other things in the woods besides me, and they're moving around doing their thing.
Scotty Mueller, I haven't seen Scotty in 3 or 4 weeks, and I actually texted him and said, "Hey, where you been?" He's just been busy. He's a taxidermist in Oklahoma. Good to see you, Scott. We missed you. We're seeing you on the live streams. So
taxidermists are busy this time of the year. That's for sure.
Well,
and again, with the warm weather, we got to treat our animals a little bit differently. You got to get things done a little bit faster and process them in the field to protect that animal too. So again, just a little bit different all around for everybody this year.
Well, it's the 22nd, so I'll try to get back out again today or tomorrow. I don't know if I'll make it today, but I'm going to try.
Well, keep that cough down. But my observations this last week is, again, with the odd rut, that the activity has really been picking up this week. I've seen more male deer out, the middle of the day, got their noses up in the wind, chasing does, sitting down on does. So this is the most rut activity I've seen this last week than I've seen, typically we think the second week in November. So
yeah,
in my mind, it's a little delayed, but it's definitely strong right now.
All the trail cam pictures of shooters I'm seeing is 1:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still a lot. I'm not seeing them during the day, but that doesn't mean anything. They could be walking 100 feet up front of the camera or behind the camera.
Yeah.
But we've got that pretty well covered. But you
I always like when I start seeing deer out in the middle of open fields in the open days on the high ridges with their noses up.
Yeah,
they're looking.
Yeah, they're looking. And what's nice about it, Thanksgiving week has always been a decent week for activity. People, they're starting to look for that second set of does for masters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Those easy ones are over, and now we're searching.
Yeah. So that's a good thing. 810 and some change. We're visiting with Iowa DNR State Biologist Jim Coffey, talking a little bit about the Iowa rut on the show. So, gun season's December 7th, 8th, first shotgun.
Well, yeah, it's always the first Saturday of December for the first shotgun season.
Okay. So I would imagine the next 2 weeks should be pretty good before shotgun season.
Yeah, typically, it's kind of a funny time because our bow hunters are such dedicated people, and they like to get out during the rut. And if they've got a good year, they're kind of tailing off a little bit. But this year, I think the bow hunters have been having a longer season, and of course, the shotgun hunters are going to get excited here pretty quick, and then that's going to be an exciting time of the year.
Yeah,
I think we've registered almost over 25,000 deer so far. That's a pretty good fall for bow hunting. Our numbers are up a little bit as far as activity. And then shotgun is always, of course, a big time of the year. A lot of people still like to get together with family members and do some party hunting and have the group camps and stuff. And that's, a great social time for deer hunting.
Yeah.
And then we'll fall into that, if the weather stays nice, we got a good contingency. People who like the late muzzleloader season, the bow hunters will get back out. And then our extended deer seasons for antlerless deer, we get a lot of people participating in that now.
Yeah, I like I said, I'm gonna probably just get out there as soon as I can and just hunt till after Thanksgiving, I guess, and just stay persistent. But here's the thing: if I don't shoot one in Iowa, I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. It's because I could have shot, so. It just, you said a little while ago, some people are getting frustrated. Don't get frustrated. It's just, if you're, everybody, Jim, is in different stages in their hunting career.
Absolutely.
When I first started, if it was brown, it was down. And I was out there to shoot deer and have fun and fill the freezer. And then as I started getting more and more decent deer, you always want to try to better your last year's score. And then, after 35 years, I'm at the point now where if it's not a certain type of deer, I'm not going to shoot it. I'm going to let it go for another year. And yeah, my neighbor might not let it walk, and that's okay. That's their decision. But it's just sometimes you don't get what you're looking for. That's the thing that's always got me excited about bow hunting is you just never know what you're going to see coming down that trail. So.
Well, it's kind of, this is kind of an odd one, but I always kind of put bow hunters, again, to reiterate your point, you're exactly right. People make choices. We're at different stages of our hunting careers. But you look at the fishing world, that they have that ability to do catch and release, and there's so many people that participate in that practice. Well, bow hunters are kind of that way too. You go out, you get the enjoyment of, hearing the grunt, watching the deer move, all the deer biology that goes on, and it comes in and you're like, that's a nice deer, but it's just not the one for me. So you're right. You could pull back. You could probably kill that deer, but it's essentially catch and release. I got all the thrill without the kill, but I get to come out tomorrow and do it again. And maybe tomorrow it's a different deer that walks down that trail.
Yeah.
So you're just extending that season, personally, of what do I want to try to take.
And I don't think I say this enough on the show, but if you get a deer within 25 yards of your stand or your ground blind, you had a successful hunt.
If that heart rate comes up, you've done your job.
Yeah, you just fooled an animal whose nose can smell a human up to 300 yards away, and you got him within 25 yards. You did your job as a hunter, and right. You got to count that as a win.
Absolutely. And then again, I always put this back. The year that my dad passed away as a turkey hunter, I called in several gobblers that were just right there, but just not the right situation to shoot them. And I looked back now going, maybe my dad was there just putting that turkey just in the wrong spot. So I'd have to come out again tomorrow. I'd have to do it again because if I shot that turkey, I'm off The next day I'm planting garden or doing some work or doing something else that's probably so much more important than turkey hunting. And but now I got that excuse to go back out there again and see all that nature and see all those activities one more time. And I look at those misses as wins many days now that I didn't used to as a younger hunter. When it's like you said, you got to get it in the bag.
Yeah. Well, if you get a turkey into your decoys, that's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah, turkey raptors, man, they deserve everything they get. I'm sorry.
But we joke about the deer and the turkey parts too, but there's so much other stuff going on. I have seen so much other wildlife activity going on that's not deer and turkeys. Watching the squirrels and, like you said, watching the coyotes walk by, or seeing a bobcat, or I just love watching wood ducks in the springtime. Searching cavities, knowing that nesting season is coming along, and they're out there doing their job, looking for that perfect hole to lay those eggs in. And I always joke with people, like, it happens every day, but we don't see it until we're out there hunting, because we don't spend those times in the woods just going out and sitting and watching nature, and we're missing so much by not doing that. We're sitting here talking this morning, watching the sun come up, and how many people are still in bed, that miss that sunrise every morning.
Yeah. Morning, Jeremy Lee at Racks and Tracks Taxidermy up in Knoxville. Oh, Jeremy, he's probably sitting there by the phone every day. I wonder if Dan's going to call me today. I wouldn't wait by the phone, Jeremy.
That's the beauty of cell phones.
Yeah.
You can still get something else done while he's waiting on you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be losing any sleep about me calling you, pal. It's what it is. 8:16 and some change. Let me take a real quick break. We'll be back with my buddy Jim Coffey on 1350 ESPN. How's it going, everybody?
Heading to your favorite outdoor spot? Is your hunting, fishing, or utility knife ready for any task? Well, if you used the original Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener before you left, you bet they are. The Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener is designed to sharpen every knife you own. By using changeable, flexible abrasive belts, the sharpening system is able to sharpen a variety of knives, including curved and serrated knives, tonto blades, fillet knives, gut hooks, axes, and even kitchen knives. The Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener does this with precision angle sharpening guides and flexible abrasive belts to ensure the proper 20-degree angle every time. Each Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener is assembled in the USA by a family-owned and operated company.
You're okay, Jeremy. I just
Customer
called to say
service is
hi.
always a call away. So if you love the outdoors and depend on a sharp knife, consider checking out one of the Work Sharp knife and tool sharpeners or the Work Sharp guided field sharpener at a store near you, or anytime at worksharptools.com. That's worksharptools.com.
Let's talk about a story, an Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true in Osceola, Iowa. It's the story of Revelton Distilling Company. These fine distilled whiskeys, gins, and vodkas were born from the labor of Rob and Christina Taylor. It's amazing hearing the customers' descriptions of how unique each bottle looks and how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip, from the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin.
Sorry,
American
folks, it
gin,
hurts to
vodka.
talk.
Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe
I
the flavor
apologize.
profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at 1400 West Clay Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery fine spirits are also available at your local grocery and
Morning,
other
Rob.
retailers around Iowa. Please check them out online at reveltondistillery.com or visit them at the distillery. If it's time to celebrate or just time to sit back and unwind, well, then it's time for a Revelton moment.
Are you into hunting, fishing, camping, or tailgating? If you are, we'd like to introduce you to Arctic Ice. Arctic Ice is a brand new way to keep your game, beverages, and camping supplies cold and fresh wherever your adventure takes you. Arctic Ice Packs are a rugged ice substitute that maintains low temperature longer than a bag of ice and does not have a slushy mess that can contaminate what's in your cooler. If you like to hunt or fish, look at the Alaskan Series or Arctic Ice Packs that will keep your game or fish at 34 degrees for 3 to 4 days. If you're wanting to really freeze things up, try the Tundra Packs that can keep your wild game and fish at dry ice temperatures for the travel back home. For tailgating or camping, try the Chillin' Brew Packs. They will keep your beverages of choice at frosty cold temperatures 4 times longer than what a bag of ice can. If you want your game, fish, or camping goods to stay fresh and cold as possible wwithout the mess of regular ice. Go check out Arctic Ice Packs today. You can find models of Arctic Ice Packs at Sportsman's Warehouse or at www.arctic-ice.com.
When it comes to food plot seed and deer feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods Premium
Hope
Wildlife
everyone has a
Products
great
has you
Thanksgiving.
covered. From their food plot blends like Trophy
That's why I wanted
Acre,
to get on here
Crazy
today,
Acre,
at least for an
Clover
hour.
Deluxe, and popular
Make sure I
Shady
told
Patch,
everybody Happy
Ignite,
Turkey
Peace
Day
Plus,
this week.
and Genesis blends, you'll see great food plot results that will hold deer on your ground like never before. Backwoods Premium Wildlife Products is more than just food plot seeds if you're able to use attractants when you hunt. You'll find proven attractants like Sweet Stuff, High Cotton, Flame Kissed, and Crave that will bring in deer from all around your hunting area. So when it comes to deer management, you should include Backwoods Premium Wildlife Products to make sure the deer in your area are thriving and healthy, setting you up for a successful fall. You can find Backwoods Premium Wildlife Products at a local co-op or farm supply store, or always at www.backwoodshunt.com. If you're not using Backwoods Premium Wildlife Products, you better hope your neighbor isn't either.
The Iowa Wild are back for another exciting season of hockey, and the next generation of NHL stars are hitting the ice in Des Moines. From big plays to fan-favorite promotions, the Iowa Wild is the place for action all season long.
Saturday is opening night for the Wild. The first 1,500 fans get a magnet schedule. Then on Sunday, it's kids opening night. The first 1,500 kids get a color your own ball cap presented by Star 102.5. Visit iowawild.com for tickets. This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Day.
Definitely couldn't hurt.
Des Moines Sports Leader.
Thanks, Jim.
FM 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. I want to thank our friends at Racks and Tracks Taxidermy. Don't forget, you still got a few more weeks to go down there, give Jeremy a call, get a beautiful Weeby knife off of Jeremy, and you're going to get your name in a hat for a free shoulder mount courtesy of Racks and Tracks Taxidermy. We'll draw the winner of that here in a couple weeks, so go get them. My guest is Jim Coffey from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. And yes, it's me. I'm just sicker than a dog, so forgive me. Jimmy, I got to tell you, we got into, I just saw a lot more in late season. I think a lot of it's to do because we had so much of that southern winds the last couple of weeks. I think a lot of that deer movement was late at night.
It probably has. It's probably thrown them off their game a little bit too. And of course, warmer weather. They're not hunkered down trying to stay, as warm as they need to because they're not having to conserve energy right now. So they just probably are active at different times of the day, moving when they can, taking advantage of, a little less wind, a little less noise for them so they can still smell, but they like to hear and they like to see. So using all those senses is a little different pattern this year.
Yeah. You'll like this. I was sitting up on a ground blind. I hurt my knee again this year, so I can't hunt tree stands. I tried climbing up at a stand last week, and my knee, I almost messed up coming back down. I said, that's it. I can't climb them anymore until I get my knee fixed. So I was setting up at a ground blind. I had my Polaris, and I took a buck and a bedded doe decoy, and I went at 12:30 in the afternoon. Everything, nothing's really been bedding by me. I'm in a transition area. And I get the doe out of the Polaris and I spray her down. I look over and I have like four does burst out of the cedar trees behind my trail camera. And I said, no, that's all right. And I take the buck out. I put the buck down and I look up and there's about 160 something inch deer looking right at me from the other side of the cedar tree at 20 yards. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at him, he's looking at me, and he just finally trots off. And it's like, well, the Polaris was running, so they probably don't know what the heck happened there. It just, you just never know where them deer are going to be,
You don't. And the thing that I would, emphasize there a little bit, coming in with the Polaris or working around the odd time of the day is, you got to realize deer are observing, just like we observe. They're observing everything that's going on with them. And sometimes we get so hung up with, we've got to be so quiet and so stealth and sneak here and there. And, if you're out doing daily activity on your farm or wherever you're hunting and stuff, those deer realize, oh, that's just old Farmer Joe on his ATV coming out to get some firewood. No big deal. I'm not going to get up and run away from that because it's not a threat.
Yeah.
And so they were probably just, and with big deer, they don't like to move anyway. A big deer will let you walk right past it. It's when you stop and he goes, uh-oh, now something's different. Then he starts getting a little nervous. But if that ATV just kind of goes down the trail right past him, you'd never see him. He'd never move.
Yeah.
When you stopped and then those does got up, because those are a little spooky anyway, then he's like, I better pay a little more attention to what's going on here. And then all of a sudden you start doing a little different activities like, okay, I think we'll just start easing ourselves, away from this situation. But
Yeah.
Deer, I always say wildlife's lazy too. They don't like to move if they don't have to.
Don't blame them. Morning, Tony Casey. So yeah, I've always been a firm believer, and I try to walk in 100 yards from where I park and, just ease in and try to be quiet and stuff. But if you're,
Sure.
with this, if you got limitations, like right now, I can't walk. And,
Right.
you got to do what you got to do to keep hunting. And
Mm-hmm.
I just figured it'd be a lot less damage driving in there, getting my stuff out, and then go back and park it and ease back in of 15 minutes. By doing
Right.
that, you're leaving less scent and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
I never.
probably actually making less noise than grunting and moaning, and taking 20 minutes to walk in, and the deer going, "What the heck's that? What's that weird noise?"
Yeah, I got messed up. I popped my knee on a climbing a tree stand a couple weeks ago, and then somebody stole my dirt bike, my e-bike, out of my garage, and the police in Des Moines got it back the next day. Thank you, police officers. But the guy, I don't know, the guy did something to it or something. I don't know what was going on, but I charged it up and I took it out and it seemed to be working okay. And I got a couple of 100 yards down the trail, and all of a sudden that thing just locked up and it just pile drove me right into the ground.
Oh wow!
And I sat there and didn't move for like 5 minutes, going to my dad.
You hit that stage of life too. I'm just going to lay here and assess the situation.
Yeah, I don't know if anything's broke,
Yeah.
and then I finally sat up and I said, okay, so I had to walk, and I got rid of that bike after that. My wife goes, no more electric bikes for you. You're gonna kill yourself. And I said, okay, honey.
Keep it on the flat ground.
Yeah. So I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna probably invest. I've always loved filming out of tree stands, but I think I'm at this stage of my life, Jimmy. I think I'm going to just hunt out of blinds or tower blinds from now on.
As I say, ladders on tower stands are nice too, especially ones with handrails.
Yeah.
As you get older, and then again, like you're talking about, we change in how we hunt and what we want to shoot, and well, we change our style of hunting now too, and luckily we have technology that allows us to do those things. You can sit in December in a tower stand because you got a heater now, and in the old days, that's a long day if it's sub-zero temperatures.
Yeah.
You got to be prepared for that, and I'm getting old enough that when I get cold, it's not fun.
Yeah, I wear a heated vest when it's cold. I like the layer so I don't have to wear as many clothes. And those heated vests with those bigger battery packs, they'll last 5-6 hours if you keep it on medium. But it's just enough to take the chill off of you and keep you warm. And
keeps it enjoyable.
Yeah, but I've noticed something. My right shoulder is really starting. It's like a knife in my shoulder when I draw my bow back if it's cold. So I'm getting arthritis in there, and I'm not that far away from having to leave my vertical bow. It makes me sad. But I'll be giving my buddy Skip a gearhead, and I'll be getting me a crossbow here probably next year.
Yeah. Or you got to start your preseason routines a little bit better and strengthen those arms up and get prepared.
Well,
I don't hike in as far as I used to because the drag out sometimes is a little too far anymore.
Yeah, I shoot every day. So I shoot at least 10, 12 shots a day just to keep my shoulders steady and stuff. But I can tell it's arthritis because when you get cold and you get into that joint and it's like a hot knife going in there, it's an arthritic thing.
Yep. Yeah.
And
we adjust.
You
just learn to adjust.
You just got to go with the flow,
Yeah.
Well, buddy, I appreciate you taking a little Saturday out of your time, and you always do a little great job on the show, and I love Jim Coffee, folks. And you need to tell people how you feel about him when they're still around. Jim is always so gracious when I call if I got something I want to discuss. if I got something I want to bounce off of him, he's always gracious. The partnership with the DNR and people like Jim have always been one that I treasure. And I really appreciate you for making my job a little easier, Jim.
Well, I appreciate that compliment, and I would reiterate the same thing, because you're getting the voice out to people that keep people excited and keep them connected to wildlife, and that's important. We've got to stay connected to wildlife. It's soul searching, and it gives us some reasons to get up in the morning and see the sunrise.
Kenny Cole wants to know, will there be a January rifle season this year, Jim?
So that's always an interesting topic. We do. There's two different issues there. We always have a January season from DNR rule if we're trying to do some population reduction. But from the legislative side, is their rule is any county that has doe tags available, there is a rifle season.
Okay.
Now, the caveat is that rifles are only what's allowed during that season in those counties. So you got to watch the regulations and pay attention. But typically, yes, we will have a January season because we have counties that don't sell out doe tags.
All right, there you go, Kenny. Thanks, Jim. Jim, have a blessed trade Thanksgiving with you and your family, and good luck out there.
Absolutely, I'll enjoy that turkey.
I will probably be eating it on a sandwich in the blind.
Good for you. Good luck.
Thanks, Jimmy. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, bye.
There he goes, Jimmy Coffee, everybody. Just super nice people. Good morning, Richard. How you doing, pal? All right, let me take a quick break. This break is brought to you by the fine folks at Advanced Family Dentistry. I got a text from Dr. Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi. He goes, hey, do you know these guys? They're starting a new outdoor show. I said, yeah, they're country singers. And it's like, well, I don't know them, but I know who they are. And he goes, yeah, I met them in Vegas, or he met them on somewhere. Yagi's always somewhere. But you know where he's always at and where he cares the most about? That's at the clinic at Advanced Family Dentistry. Andrew, what are you shaking your thumb at?
That's absolutely correct.
What, that he cares?
And he cares. He is 100% on your side all the time.
Yeah, he takes good care of you. He makes sure your teeth are good. And Dr. Brandt, Dr. Williams, Dr. Stewart, they all do a great job. And you'll notice the difference when you walk through the door. They're located at 907 North Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. Give them a holler at 964-1490, 964-1490, or check them out anytime at ankenysmiles.com. Let me hit a break. I'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
You know, jerky is the ultimate outdoor companion. Its convenience and portability are unmatched. Lightweight, compact, and require no refrigeration. It's a breeze to pack on hunting trips where space is kind of precious, you know? The long shelf life offers peace of mind, making it a reliable food source for extended trips or unexpected delays. Hunting demands stamina, and jerky's high protein content provides sustained energy, keeping you full and focused throughout long days in the field. For the perfect healthy snack, don't choose just any jerky. Choose Valor Jerky. Valor Jerky takes us outdoor essentials.
Thank you, Brant. You as well, buddy. I appreciate you as always.
Like tactical teriyaki, heat seeker spice, or base camp original. Next time you're geared up for an outdoor adventure, reach for Valor Jerky. As a veteran-owned company, Valor Jerky gives a portion of every sale directly to supporting veterans and first responder nonprofits. For the perfect healthy snack that gives back, choose Valor Jerky. Next time you're gearing up for an outdoor adventure, reach for Valor Jerky. Visit thevalorusa.com to order.
When it comes to our beloved dogs, we crave the finest nourishment for their health and happiness. That's where Patriot Paws steps in, offering treats crafted with unwavering dedication. Patriot Paws, a veteran-owned company, proudly produces treats made in the USA, using only high-quality, USA-sourced chicken, turkey, and beef. Choosing quality treats like Patriot Paws yields significant benefits. These treats,
Rob,
free
I
from
need your full
antibiotics
address,
and
bud.
hormones, and containing less than 2% salt, support optimal canine health. Stringent cooking standards ensure safety and quality, giving you peace of mind. Patriot Paws are more than just delicious. They are a testament to quality. By choosing Patriot Paws, you also contribute to vital nonprofit programs, supporting veterans, first responders, and shelter dogs. Find Patriot
I'm sorry.
Paws
Hey,
at
David
your
Lance.
store
I'm sorry,
or visit
Jeremy.
thepatriotpaws.com to purchase a bag today.
Hi, this is Dr. Don Gilbert from New Life Counseling Services with offices in West Des Moines and Ankeny, Iowa. I know things can be tough in the world today. I see it every day. People dealing with relationship issues, parenting struggles, anxiety, depression, or folks just looking for a new direction or plan in their life. If you find yourself struggling and are looking for someone to help you find answers to a better relationship, a marriage, or just helping with everyday stress, please consider calling me.
Yeah, I feel pretty rough,
offer a
Chris. It's not
family-friendly,
pretty.
straightforward approach to helping you to get through the layers of stress that can be harmful to your health, relationships, and your work. The staff at New Life offer one-on-one sessions that get right to the heart of the matter. We work with you so you can discover better choices on how to handle the issues
I had to
you
get
may be
in at
dealing
least
with
do
in
an
your
hour
life.
today.
When you're looking for someone to listen to you, we're here. Please consider calling us for a confidential appointment at New Life, 515-225-4006 in West Des Moines, or 964-5003 in Ankeny. Also find us 24/7 at newlifecounseling.com. We are here to help you when you need us.
Looking for the ultimate arrow? You want outstanding performance, durability, and consistency. Have you tried Kool-Aid arrows yet? Born from the trusted Mamba arrows, Kool-Aid delivers exceptional performance at an affordable price for archers nationwide. Experience incredible grain-for-grain speed and penetration on the 3D course or in the field. With all the spine and diameter choices you need for target or hunting season. Kool-Aid shafts feature the unique
Oh,
centrifugal
trust me, as soon as I
weave,
get home, Chris, I'm
maximizing
going back to
speed and
bed.
penetration similar to a rifle barrel.
I doubt if I
Plus,
get out
the
today.
quality is unbeatable for the price. Kool-Aid arrows come fletched with flex veins for superior accuracy and quietness. So, for your next tournament or adventure, ask for Kool-Aid arrows at your nearest dealer or check them out online at KUHLEarchery.com. Kool-Aid Archery, where innovation meets passion.
Nugget bells, nuggets all the way.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison.
And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
Is sharing them when we cut down the Christmas tree.
we will pack the
Thank
car
you,
with
Larry.
gifts. And of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we
Me
get
too.
all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
You're listening to Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN Des Moines.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope your turkey day is a very blessed day. A little under the weather today. Gonna do the first hour, and then Anthony Gainer is gonna flip it off and take care of me in the second hour, so because I'm not doing very well, but we'll get through it. The folks at Gearhead Bows, Speed Broadheads, Kool-Aid Archery, and Modern Spartan Systems wanted me to say thanks to Pete's Bow Room in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. If you live out in the Latrobe area, that's where you can find all of those products in stock every day. I want to say congratulations to the gang at Pete's, because they got their first, they got a gearhead in, set it up, and they took a really nice buck and PA with it. First hunt. So congratulations to everybody there at Pete's Bow Room. They are going to be flagshipping the gearheads, and if you want to see what, you want to see just an amazing bow that you can sit on the ground. Philip shot just a dandy buck here in Iowa, and he shot it off the ground sitting on his rear end. He said, Dan, I couldn't have done it with another bow. And that gearhead with that little short axle to axle, that's why that bow is designed that way. It's for people going out west and just being in really tight situations. They've got bows from 30 inches long to 20 to 24, and you'll see why they shoot so well when you go test drive a gearhead. So go check them out, and go check out Pete's Bow Room in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. So Pat, congratulations on your buck. Had a lot of people send me secret listener stuff this week on the Outdoor Call Radio app. I told everybody we were giving away a beautiful, beautiful pair of Vortex optics. And I drew the winner this morning. Sorry. Drew the winner this morning, and the winner is Rob Kirkenbush in Potosi, Wisconsin. I think that's the second time Rob's won something. Yeah. I think he won last year. So it does pay to listen. And I'm shocked. I think we had 55 people enter. I thought it'd be over that. So I've got another set of Vortex optics we'll give away on the app here in a couple weeks. So if you didn't win this time, don't worry about it. Maybe you get on it next time. It's free to listen, free to download the app, and you just might win some nice stuff. But congratulations, Rob. And I think he entered like 2 or 3 times this week. So he had a one. He did pretty good. So we're doing another deal with the warm weather and everything. Steph and them guys have been a little slow at Norlander. So I said, "Are the alpacas hungry, Steph?" And she goes, "Yeah, they're starving. We need some. We get some socks sold so we can feed them." So I said, "Well, let's feed the alpaca contest. Let's feed the alpacas." So if you want to help Steph feed those poor alpacas, putting out that quality alpaca wool at Norlander Socks, just go buy a pair of socks. And what I did was I said, I'm going to do a contest with a maximum of 15 people. And I'm going to give away a Tacticam. I think it's an X Pro. I got to look when I get home. I think it's an X Pro, but a Tacticam Reveal X Pro camera. If you buy a pair of socks from Norlander Socks, just send me a copy of the order. It's got to be dated November 16th or 17th or later. And I'll put you in the drawing. And once we get to 15, I'll draw the winner. So congratulations. We've got 3 folks in it already. So there you go. And we already told you about the Rupert's Rut and Peace grunt call contest. I'll qualify somebody next week. I can't blow on a grunt call right now. So if I could have took a shot of Revelton rye whiskey before the show, I probably could have done it, but I can't do that and be on the air. So FCC, FCC rules
and all that stuff.
Got the rules. You can't drink on the job.
Yeah, like that. Unfortunately, there's all these rules.
Boy, I tell you what, that honey whiskey at Revelton.
Oh,
talk about something for a sore throat, man. Oh, thank you, Rob and Christy Taylor. You still got chances to give Jeremy a call down at Racks and Tracks Taxidermy in Knoxville. We're giving away that shoulder mount there. You can just get a Weeby knife. He is a distributor for them. And if you buy a knife, your name goes in the hat. You get a great knife. And Weeby, also, for everybody that buys a knife, they're giving Jeremy 2 big game processing kits to give away. So you got double the chances of winning something. So how about that? And I think Jeremy's got my Iowa deer from next year almost done, ready to go. Okay. I'm anxious to see that. So, Dave up in heaven, I am so sorry. It's taken me so long, buddy, but I had $2 or $3 come into the Deeks, and I just didn't think they were worth your glory, buddy. That's a bad way to say that. I want to do something more special for you, Dave.
Oh.
I think that's a better way to say it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get that. Yeah.
I had that one deer at 85 yards, and he was working his scrape, and it's like I grunted, and I growled, and he'd look at me, and I took my rattling horns and I moved the leaves down on the ground. I was sitting on the ground in a cedar. And he'd look over at the decoy and he just put his head back down, continue working a scrape, and then he just walked off. And it's like, really? Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. Got the old wah, wah, wah.
Just messing with my stuff.
Yeah, that was a big delay there.
Messing with my stuff. It's like a party foul.
Yeah, it was a mess. Todd Rupert, if you go to Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls and you want to get somebody something nice for Christmas, Todd's got a whole bunch of calls in stock. He's been working like a little Santa's helper, working like crazy, and I can't think of anything nicer for somebody for Christmas than a Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Call, a box call, a slate call, or a grunt call. They're works of art. They perform wonderful. And you got something made from a classy guy, my buddy Todd Rupert. So go check that out. Just giving an update that Pure Whitetail is the real deal. Yeah, Pure Whitetail does good stuff.
Real deal.
Yeah. Morning, John. I'm thinking of selling both of my bows and buy a gearhead next year. Jeremy, you're going to love them. They're good stuff. Travis, good morning. You know, you don't have to buy. You know, Matthews is a great bow company. I was with Matthews for 18 years when I first started, and you'll never hear me say one negative thing about a Matthews bow. They are just a great people. I'm still best friends with a couple people at the plant, and you know, there's other bows that I've shot, but I don't know of any other bow company that cares about their customers like Skippy P does. And you can take that. You talk to anybody that bought a gearhead, and they rave about the customer service. And I also want to thank Gas Bowstrings. I sent Eric a message. I saying, hey, I need to. One of my cables is getting a little worn. I've shot so much since last year, and they sent me some stringing cables. And I want to thank the people at Gas Bowstrings. If you got to replace your bowstrings or cables, let Gas Bowstrings give it a shot, and you'll be very, very happy. So haven't had any issues at all with the gas bowstrings. I got a fishing report. I did get a little bit of a fishing report. Let me do a quick break, and before I do that, I want to tell you about Herman's. Now, when you think of Thanksgiving, does Herman's fine jewelry pop into mind? Probably not. Christmas, maybe, but not Thanksgiving. I'm going to talk about Thanksgiving and Herman's. One of the things that I have always loved about Thanksgiving is the fact that we talk about what we're grateful for and what's been a blessing in our lives. And Herman's Fine Jewelers has been a blessing in my life, the show's life, and you won't find nicer people. And I truly miss Donnie Herman. Donnie passed away 2 years ago, and his daughter has taken over with his brother Frank and Ramey and just Dustin. Everybody there is carrying on the legacy that Frank and Donnie built on. And if you're looking for any kind of jewelry, I want you to go see the fine folks at Herman's over there on 2900 University Avenue. And they're a family-owned business. They care about you when you walk through the door, and you're going to see the difference and why I love them so much. And when I need to buy diamond earrings for Jenny or whatever, I think the last time I got something was a set of pearls. I bought, can't remember, but I always go to Herman's because I know I'm going to get more for my value. My money is going to go longer, and they're going to take good care of me, and I'm going to get good stuff. And Herman's does not only offer you brand new stuff, but you got stuff you can trade in. They'll give you top dollar for your trade-ins. If you need something fixed, take it to Herman's. They can do it right there in the store. And if you need something custom built, that's where I got my elk tooth cross made. They just do amazing things. Herman's Fine Jewelers, I'm always going to be very thankful that they've been part of the Outdoor Call Radio family as long as they have. So thank you, everybody. Give them a holler, 222-2600. I'll be right back.
You're ready for your next outdoor adventure. Wouldn't it be nice to have high-definition footage as a fun memory of your time in the outdoors? Well, Tacticam has been helping hunters do that very thing. Whether it's one of our 5.0 or the 5.0 wide camera, you're going to capture your hunts like never before. They can help you cover your bow fishing trips with the new Tacticam fish cam.
Sorry, folks. I hate doing the show when I'm sick. I feel bad. We just could have been off for a week or two. I would have just stayed home, but I didn't want to do that to you.
With over 2.5 hours of record time that feature image stabilization that's far above other cameras in its class. The Tacticam remote lets you hook up multiple cameras to one remote to capture more angles and shots like never before. So when you're ready to record your next hunting or fishing adventure, don't forget to take your Tacticam camera. You'll be able to relive your trips like never before.
What was that?
Tacticam.com for more info.
You don't want to play that.
Turkey season is a passion shared by hunters, and it's fast approaching all across this nation. When it's time to start cutting, yelping, and clucking and purring at those boss toms,
you sure?
Don't you want to have a call to run that you have confidence in? You bet you do, and that's why you need to check out Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls. Todd Rupert is a master turkey call maker.
Oh, hey, Todd. I didn't see you, buddy.
Passionate about chasing toms. He started building handcrafted calls in 2016.
I didn't see you, pal. Hello.
Call when it mattered. Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey calls
Todd
are made
Rupert,
of
I
beautiful
just got through talking about you. Hi, Hoyt. Morning.
Uses the best crystal, glass, slate, and aluminum on all of his pot calls that will allow you to make the most subtle purrs to the sharpest cuts and excited yelps that will get any boss tom fired up. Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls offers handmade friction, box, and mouth calls that will allow the beginner to the most seasoned turkey caller to make the right call when it counts. So this upcoming turkey season, try a Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Call and let that Tom roost in peace. You're heading out on your morning hunt well before sunrise, so you can stay undetected from that giant you've been chasing all season. Wouldn't it be nice to know exactly where your stand or blind location is
Are you
without
able to
letting
set up the
anyone
live
know
stream
where you're at walking
on
in?
your computer?
Have you ever heard of Onyx? Onyx is one of the most important pieces of hunting gear that you can use and always have with you. The Onyx Hunt app allows you not only to get from your truck to your hunting spots, it also allows you to mark and save your parking spots, scrapes, food plots, rub lines, or some possible next stand locations. The Onyx Hunt app is also a great way to see your property and know where you stand. Onyx is a mobile app that you can take anywhere. It's recognized by game wardens all around the country as a valuable hunting tool. So, if you want to
I
always
got something ordered.
you to save information that will help you be a better hunter, go download the Onyx Hunt app at your app store today.
There's a new broadhead designed for both the vertical and crossbow hunter, and it's a game changer. Speed Broadheads is the name, and they're available in titanium, aluminum, and steel designs with 101 25 grain options. Speed Broadheads were designed by engineers who do not settle. They design their products to be dependable in the field. When you shoot your arrow or bolt with a Speed Broadhead leading the way, the mass of the blades are off-center, pushing the blades inward in flight. They cannot open at any speed until impact. When the blades push into the patent-pending micro piston, the blades are instantly deployed, creating a fantastic slap-cut entry, deploying with the least amount of pressure of any mechanical out there. This means more accuracy and a devastating impact on your game. So this hunting season, make sure you increase your odds of success with Speed Broadheads. Look for them at a Bass Pro Shop or Shields.
Yeah, I'm going to get out of here in a couple minutes, Hoyt. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. Andrew's going to do a best of for the next hour. He'll be here manning the boards. If you want to call and talk to him and say hi, give him a holler.
Hey America, when you barbecue, try Cookies barbecue sauce for a treat. Cookies barbecue sauce is the barbecue sauce America loves to
Todd
eat.
called me sicko. Huh? Rupert called me
Outdoors
sicko.
Dan here. How many times have you had to quit hunting because your feet got cold or uncomfortable? Well, I have a way to keep your feet feeling great in any weather or outdoor activity. Have you heard of Norlander Sock Company? Norlander Sock Company uses high-quality alpaca to produce some of the best socks out there. Alpaca socks will keep your feet comfortable and feeling great all day. Alpaca socks will wick away any moisture that you might encounter, plus work with your outdoor footwear to keep your feet temperature where they need to be. Alpaca socks also has a natural antibacterial quality to them that will keep your socks from smelling. They have heavyweight and lightweight styles with a bunch of color and size choices for you to choose from. Plus, gift boxes are available that are 100% guaranteed. So this year, when you plan your outdoor activities, make sure you keep your feet comfortable and feeling great all day. Try a pair of Norlander socks, pure alpaca, pure comfort. For more information, just
You
go
too,
to
Hoyt. Thank you.
norlandersocks.com and give your feet a treat.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1021 FM and 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. I got the Fred's live bait and Treca fishing report. I took the two ones, the best ones I could get. Spirit Lake, the water temperature is 40 degrees. Most courtesy ramp docks have been pulled for the season. However, the crappie bite is excellent. Anglers are catching crappie on jigs and minnows and plastics, as well as Berkeley power bait shiners. Yellow perch are fair. Des Moines River, the river conditions, the ramp is unusable, but they're catching walleye below the dams in deeper water with slow current riprap or wood cast 1/8 and 1/2 ounce jigs tipped with minnows, twister tails or swim baits, and that imitate small shads or shiners. There you go. That's an amazing fishing report. Brought to you by an amazing bait shop, Fred's Live Bait.
There you go.
And don't forget about Little Winnie Trading Post either. That up there by Lake Winnebagosh. That's a great place to go. That's where I always go to. Those two places. if you go fishing in northern Minnesota, you got to stop by Fred's.
Yes.
All the guides do. There's a reason. I got to go rest up, and I pray. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you very, very much. All right. Mike's Meats, third week in November. They're going to be open 8 to 5. So I think that would qualify as now. If you want to give Brett a call, just give Brett a call at 641-218-8349, 641-218-8349. And they'll take your whole deer or cut up or do whatever you need them to do. Mike's Meats in Knoxville. Their shop hours are 8 to 5, and you can always get a hold of Jeremy Lee over at Racks and Tracks Taxidermy. They work with them, and they'll take good care of you there. So I've got 3 or 4 people nominated for the Dave Jones Memorial Award. If you want to nominate somebody for that, just email me, outdoorsdan@mac.com, and I'll get you in the nomination folder, and I'll let you know more about that next week. Chris Lindell, happy Thanksgiving. Stephen, good morning, Stephen. Mary, good morning. All right, folks. I want to say, like I said, if I hadn't done a best of last week, well, we've been off. They forgot to play a show, and then I was supposed to be in Kansas, and that got pushed back because I hurt my knee. And so anyway, I had to get in here and at least do an hour today. Andrew's going to take you home for the second hour, so you hang in there with him. But I needed to get on here and tell you who the winners were. I wish everybody a very blessed Thanksgiving. Make sure you get that cookies flavor enhancer and get that on your turkey skin with the butter, and your turkey will never taste better. And it's also good in your dressing too. Speed would tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that cookies flavor enhancer is amazing. But I hope you all do well. If you haven't got a deer yet, don't lose faith. Some of the best hunting's coming up next week, so just hang in there and be patient. It'll happen when it's supposed to. And we still got late season left too.
Oh yeah.
It's not over. It ain't over until we say it's over.
It ain't over till it's over.
It ain't over till we say it's over. But man, the six. Man, the sickness has claimed everyone. I know a lot of people sick. Andrew has been sick, and I don't know how I got sick. I'll be honest with you, because I ain't been around anybody, but I got it. So my brother had it down in Missouri. So just hang in there. All right, I'm gonna go. Very, very, very blessed Thanksgiving to everybody. Probably won't do Buck Talk Radio next week. I'll probably be hunting. And then after that, I'll be doing Buck Talk every week. So one more week of no me on Wednesday at 5. And we'll have an extra little special prize for next week. I'll tell you about it. Just look on my social media posts on Monday. And don't forget, January 3rd, we're moving on up the dial.
Moving on
up. And we'll be on 8 to 10. So I'll tell you more about that as we get closer. But have a great Turkey Day, everybody. Gobble, gobble. Be kind to one another, and from all of us here at the Outdoor Call Radio Network, we love you. Bye, everybody. Bye, folks. Happy Turkey Day.